Mortal Kombat isn't in the best place. While people are excited for what Mortal Kombat 1 is bringing to the franchise, there's a lot of problems with the game. People are calling out the embarrassing Megan Fox voice acting that sounds like generic AI, the lack of real substance in a $70 AAA release, and now people are roasting the very poor, unacceptable quality of the Switch release. I have a few different things that I want to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media so you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and live streams I create, consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. Now, as you can see on screen, this is a tweet that is blown up and it truly makes you want to bleach your eyes because Mortal Kombat 1 in all of the teasers and all of the trailers we have seen, it actually looked pretty solid. Now that is, costume and character designs aside, because I have definitely had some issues with, some of those. But just looking at the graphical quality, it hasn't looked that bad, and I know that that was a big reason why a lot of people were very excited. It just looked much more polished than something like Mortal Kombat 11, and of course it's been a couple of years since MK11 released. Even though they did like DLC drops, that's still not the same. People always are wanting new games, the next iteration of their favorite major franchise, and now that Mortal Kombat is headed to the Switch, people are sharing absolute nightmare fuel on social media. As you can see, this is a tweet that's blown up 3.3 million views. On the left is the PlayStation 5. It really doesn't look all that bad. Facial features are fine, hair is really good, but then you see the Nintendo Switch version and it is nightmare fuel. Now, obviously, when it comes to a Nintendo Switch release, a lot of games simply do not run as well or look as good because the Switch just plain and simply isn't as powerful as the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X, but at the same time, we still expect for $70 a decent looking experience, and that's not what players got here. It's like they put minimal effort in, and that's not okay. That is just not acceptable. If it was half the price because the Switch is underpowered and can't run it that well or doesn't look as good, then okay, go for it, but it's still a full price release and the quality just isn't there. We've also got this one going around. Both of these are $70. Aw, hell no. If I was playing Mortal Kombat 1 on Switch, I'd ask for a refund in a heartbeat. I would as well. If I loaded up my game after seeing all of the teasers and trailers looking this way on the left side, and then I got this nightmare fuel on the right side, I would instantly request a refund, I would leave a bad review, and I'd be making a fuck ton of tweets about it because this just isn't acceptable. The colors don't look the same. Of course, the face does not look the same at all. The costumes actually look pretty similar, though. I gotta be honest. I mean, yeah, like the texture is a little bit wonky, but the overall design and like the lighting on the costumes actually look pretty decent. They look pretty good. Not that means it's worth $70 by any means, but there is a very big difference there. And of course, now there are graphical comparison videos going up online, and you can see the issues. I mean, even the Steam Deck does not look as good as, the Xbox Series S and X and the PlayStation 5, but it still looks miles better than even the Nintendo Switch. It is sad to see games released like this because people do get so excited, but unfortunately, I think that we've hit a point where, yeah, this is why people believe the Nintendo Switch 2 rumors, because it is just so underpowered, and then you end up with major releases like this that are just in an unacceptable state. It's just not a good quality. And I'm sure that there are going to be people out there who say, well, this is what you expect when you're on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm still going to buy Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch. That's great. I hope that you buy it. I hope that you love it. I hope that you thoroughly enjoy it. But this is not acceptable by any stretch of the means. Now, I wanted to head on over to Metacritic to show off some of the scores because the user scores right now are not looking good, but something a little bit suspicious is going on. So the full game does not release for 2 more days, but it is in a pre-access period where if you purchase the special $100 edition, you got access early. That is for PlayStation 5, Xbox, PC, and Switch. But for some reason, when you go to Metacritic, you cannot access Nintendo Switch scores at all. And I even tried to Google, Metacritic, Mortal Kombat 1, Nintendo Switch, and it just automatically directs to the PlayStation 5 scores. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. You can't access them at all, but if we look at the, PlayStation 5 scores, they are abysmal right now. Critics are saying it is a good game, but they almost never take into consideration quality issues. I even remember when Cyberpunk released years ago, they gave Cyberpunk pretty high reviews, and they said that, yeah, I know that there's technical issues going on, but those will be fixed in the future, so I'm just going to judge it based on the content, and they have continuously done that. But the user scores are not looking good. 3.0. 461 negative, which is 70% of the reviews, 17 or 3% mixed, and then 179 or 27% positive. So people are very upset with this game right now, and I'm just going to read a few reviews. People are saying things like the worst Mortal Kombat in the last 10 years. How did it happen that online functions are not available for, Russia and Belarus? There are also people there who do not support the actions of their country, and instead of supporting them, you do not allow them to fully enjoy this game, which is true. Yes, there are no online functions currently for Russia and Belarus, which some people are pretty upset with, and rightfully so. But then you get into people saying things like, unbelievable, so they go woke by making the female characters look like raging feminists. It is unfortunate, but the females do not look much better. I remember a couple of months ago when we started seeing the females, there were a lot of criticisms levied towards Tanya. I personally did not like her new redesign. I know a lot of other people did not either. But, just because one female character isn't looking her best doesn't mean that all the other females wouldn't, look better, but unfortunately, they do not look better. They did not take into consideration the criticisms levied towards Mortal Kombat 11, and they decided to double down and, yes, make all of the females look like raging feminists, making all of the females just look pretty freaking ugly. Of course, there's a couple that look decent, don't get me wrong, but most of them do look bad. And you have to pair the bad-looking females with the poor performance of some of the versions of this game, with the fact that people are also furious with Megan Fox. If you did not know, they decided to add Megan Fox to this game. They have her voice acting at Nitara, and they also have modeled her face after Megan Fox, and the voice acting just sounds terrible. It sounds like, unprofessional hot garbage, I think is the best way to put it. It kind of sounds like AI. It's just got no emotion. There's no passion there. And this is clearly just a major stunt. They did this previously with Ronda Rousey, and that did not go well for them. So I don't know why they decide to do it again and pick someone who just did almost a worse job, and they're also getting kind of destroyed over that. They should just be hiring real voice actors. It's that simple. And there are some, actors like Megan Fox who do live action that can go to voice acting, but she just doesn't have the passion for it. She probably doesn't even really know Mortal Kombat that much at all, and she just took it because it's a job. At the end of the day, she wanted to get paid, but it is not working out for them, and every decision that they're making right now is getting utterly destroyed by the fan base. I will be interested to see in the next few days, once full launch hits, how the scores go, if they go up or if they go down. But right now, sitting at a 3.0 definitely is not a good situation for them. Social media is blowing up because people are laughing at the very poor Nintendo Switch graphics, and all around they are taking a giant amount of heat from their player base. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.